I guess I should probably mic check 1 2 before I go live, huh? All right. I think I am good now on the stream. Please let me know if you're watching along. Please let me know if you can hear me or if you can't, and what the volume is, if I need to turn it up or not. But what we are doing, thank you for joining us. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for joining. Please like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. It helps grow our channel, helps grow our content on our channel. Right now, we are going to be jumping into a mock draft, a 12-team mock draft. We're doing it live. If you want to join in, we still have 2 spots left. We got 2 minutes before we start. 2 spots, the 101 and the 108 left. We're doing a 12-team PPR. If you want to join in, just go over to our Twitter at TF Whispers, and I tweeted out the link. Click on it, and you can join us. You can join us in this mock draft. We will be doing another one as well. So this is not going to be the only one that we are doing tonight. All right, this should be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. I'm going to jump in here to the draft board so you don't just see my face. If you guys could please hit that like button, give it a big thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. And we will get started here in just 1 more minute with this mock draft. Can't wait. I love mock drafting. Love it. Hopefully we get some good conversations going in the live, in the chat room. I am drafting from the 110 spot. Big Travie is not going to be able to join us tonight. Unfortunately, he wasn't feeling well, so it's just me. Unfortunately for Whisper Nation, you only get me on this side of the mic. But that's okay. Hopefully we'll have a good time. We will have a good time. It's all right. Hopefully Big Travie at least comments in here. He not doing too well, but hopefully he'll comment. All right, let's begin this draft. It is 7 o'clock. How about that? All right, Michael Thomas comes off the board first. That was a computer pick. Again, this is PPR, so okay, that makes a little bit of sense there. Saquon comes off the board at the 102, followed by Christian McCaffrey at the 103, and then we have Ezekiel Elliott at the 104 position. Pretty standard. Obviously, the Michael Thomas pick at the 101 typically goes around the 104, but that's all right. Dalvin Cook at the 105. Alvin Kamara, pretty chalk to this point. Tyreek Hill, another computer pick here, and then Michael is up here. See what he's gonna do, and I need to start thinking about what I'm gonna do. So I do like. He took DeAndre Hopkins. Good pick there. So I could either go Devontae Adams or Josh Jacobs. It is a PPR. Josh Jacobs doesn't get a lot of dump offs, unfortunately. But I'm going to go with my boy here, Devontae Adams. I'm going to do a strategy that I like to call. Actually, I'm not even going to tell because people are probably following. No, I'm just kidding. So typically, I call this possibly if a good running back drops to this next round here, then we will be in business. But I spoke too soon. I knew it. I spoke too soon. Kenyon Drake off the board. So Derrick Henry comes off right after me, followed by Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake. Then followed by Austin Eckler. So really good back-to-back picks. But that allows it's okay. I will take Nick Chubb. I do like that. Nick Chubb in the second round to pair with Devontae Adams. I was going to try to get Kenyon Drake in the second. I do feel confident in Kenyon Drake in the second. I think that he's going to have a fantastic year this year. Nick Chubb, though, is a very, very good pick as well. I really like that pick. Listen, Kareem Hunt is there. He might be an option further on down the draft. We'll see what comes to us, but listen, his production is going to be there no matter what. He's still going to touch the ball 15 to 20 times, even if Kareem Hunt is there. And that offensive line has gotten better. So Nick Chubb is going to be a good running back this year. And he still can catch out of the backfield. So right after my Nick Chubb pick went Julio Jones, then Aaron Jones by the computer, then Lamar Jackson. First quarterback off of the board. It was not Patrick Mahomes. No. It was Lamar Jackson, but I'm completely okay with that. Lamar Jackson is a fantasy cheat code with both, I think, with Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, who we just saw come off the board. So it went Lamar, then Leonard Fournette, then Patrick Mahomes. Both for Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, I am completely okay with throwing out the don't go quarterback early for these guys. I probably won't do it in a lot of leagues, but I'm okay with people who do it. Like normally I would get pretty upset with followers or stuff when they're like, hey, should I take a quarterback early? I'm like, no. Wait, there are so many good quarterbacks later. But after seeing literally how much improvement Lamar Jackson made from year 1 to year 2 and what he could make from year 2 to year 3, and then just how great of a season that he had last year, I think that it is totally okay taking him, as well as Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has the ceiling of another 50 touchdown season. It's totally possible. Okay, so we had right after Patrick Mahomes, we had Chris Godwin, we had Miles Sanders following Chris Godwin, and we're near the end of the second round here. If you're watching this, let me know what you think of these picks so far. What has shocked you, if anything? Have my picks shocked you? Maybe, possibly, probably. All right, Travis Kelce comes off the board at the 211. First tight end off the board. This is not a tight end premium league, but that's okay. Travis Kelce, though, certainly going right around there is not out of the question. Travis Kelce has been very, very solid at the tight end position. You're buying your consistency there. I'm okay if you feel that you want to do that. It's kind of interesting. He's going with Renegade here is going with what a strategy Travis likes to call the 3 elites. So you grab Saquon, Travis Kelce, and OBJ, 3 wide receiver, an elite player at each position. So it'll be interesting to see how he pairs each of those other positions. But I don't mind that strategy. I think it's pretty good. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite strategy going in. I don't always follow that strategy, but typically you kind of have a game plan of what you like to do. You script out, what in theory should be there, and what is your ideal way to go in a draft. Let me know in the comments. All right. So we had right after Travis Kelce, we had Mike Evans, which ended the second round. Then Antonio Brown, followed by OBJ, Adam Thielen. Then you had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which is really, really, I think that's a really great value for where you got CEH. I think he'll go in the second once you get closer to August and September. Singletary comes off the board right after that. A lot of people, look, Easy Daddy 79. I like that pick, man. A lot of people might give you some grief, but listen, don't let Zach Moss scare you off of Devin Singletary. We know what Devin Singletary is. We saw him last year. The coach came out and said, everyone's like hyping up these words. Like, yes, the coach did come out and say that he was going to take over. Zach Moss was going to take over the Frank Gore role. Okay, Frank Gore had 10 touches a game. And yes, the goal line work is very important. So Zach Moss will be relevant in fantasy. But I'm just saying, don't be scared away from Devin Singletary, because Devin Singletary didn't get a ton of touchdowns last year either. And he still was the RB31 in a half-point PPR league. And he missed a ton of games. And they didn't even play him a lot in the beginning of the season. So, I'm up on the board. I almost got caught chit-chatting there onto the live stream. Where are my running backs? I do not like a lot. Ooh, give me some David Montgomery. Some people might think that's a little bit of a reach there, but listen, David Montgomery is really good. And the thing is, David Montgomery, he didn't showcase what he can truly do last year. He had a down year. He disappointed. But he did have a lot of goal line work, and I know that he's going to continue to get that goal line work. And I think that with them putting and getting Nick Foles, that you would definitely like the improvement in that offense. And I'm hoping. Ooh, Allen, dang it! I was really wanting to get Allen Robinson. Way to go! I got. So right after I took, I missed a couple picks there. So it went Devin Singletary, Kenny Golladay, George Kittle, Melvin Gordon III, Chris Carson, David Montgomery. By me, then Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, Keenan Allen. So a wide receiver run went there, which pretty good for me, because there were a lot of wide receivers that I liked at that position, and I didn't know which one I wanted, but the right one fell to me. DJ Moore. You guys all chose the wrong one. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. These guys are friends, so I kind of Pluto 69, and you guys joined us last week. We appreciate. Oh, the CPU is messing with the draft. Is it? Oh no. Skipping. That's why I need you guys. This is why I need Whisper Nation. You guys are letting me know. I appreciate you guys. So I took DJ Moore, who I think continues to be undervalued. I think that his value will get up into the. Let me see. I apologize if it's still skipping in the mock draft. Please let me know. If you are watching, please give this video a big thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate it. It really helps the channel, helps us grow. We would really, if you like this content, please consider subscribing. We put out videos every single day at 8 in the morning. So if you hit that bell, it'll notify you anytime that we release new content. All right, so after I took DJ Moore, T.Y. Hilton, Tyler Lockett, Le'Veon Bell, followed by Todd Gurley. I'm getting more and more worried about Todd Gurley the more that we get closer to the season. What they were saying was super concerning about not knowing how healthy his his knees were. That's really concerning. All right, so then went Juju Smith, a guy that I really like. His ADP is starting to creep back up, which is right around where I think it should be. 4th round is what I would consider paying for Juju. I like that value there. Calvin Ridley, followed by Cortland Sutton, David Johnson, James Conner, Mark Ingram. So we had a little bit of a running back run there. DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, both of those guys come off the second years come off the board. Love both of them. Both of those guys if people took them in the 4th round, I would not question that pick at all. I think that both of these guys have the talent to be 2nd rounders next year, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. They have that pedigree. Think about how much of a jump Chris Godwin. Like, Chris Godwin is the exact same way. Chris Godwin last year was going 4th, 5th round, and all of a sudden now look at him. He went in the 2nd round, 209 pick. So I think that AJ Brown and DK Metcalf could definitely be 2 wide receivers. Look at this whole round here is just filled with gold. DJ Chark, Scary Terry. I like both of them. I was really hoping Scary Terry would fall to me. I would have loved that. I would have really loved that. Jonathan Taylor comes off the board right before me. Good pick. Good pick. Jonathan Taylor, who is a very, very good runner. Really like what he is doing, or what he did in college. I have no concerns long term. I think that he's going to be a stud. But this year, I think it'll be a split. I think they're going to use. All right, this is what I'm going to do. This is. Oh no, I'm not going to do that yet. I almost did. Almost. All right. I'm gonna take Kyler Murray here. I'm gonna take Kyler Murray in the 5th. Look, Kyler Murray, I am telling you right now, is going to be the quarterback 1 this year. He's gonna do it. That offense is just too good. They bring in DeAndre Hopkins. They get Christian Kirk back. They sign Drake. They bring in Eno Smith, or not Eno Smith. Eno Smith's not a good. Yeah. They bring in Eno Benjamin from ASU, and that guy is super, super elusive. I'm really excited for what Kyler Murray can do this year. All right, Robert Woods right after my Kyler Murray pick. I do like Robert Woods. I think that he is someone that a lot of people are sleeping on. Dak Prescott is the next quarterback off the board. And then we had a tight end run here with Darren Waller and Zach Ertz. And I am back on the clock here, and I am going to go ahead and sure up. Now, this might be a little bit crazy here, but I'm going to sure this up. And I'm going to take Kareem Hunt and sure up my my 2nd round and Nick Chubb. And Kareem Hunt has standalone value. And so I'm willing to risk that and a 6th round pick, because you look at some of the other guys here. Now, Raheem Mostert does certainly have a case. I wouldn't mind taking Raheem Mostert there, but does he really have the job? I don't know for certain. I don't. I know Easy Daddy said AB in the 3rd. I know it was sad. I hate when the computer does that. Unfortunately. But yes, if that's the small price that we have to pay to mock draft, then I'm okay with it. After my Kareem Hunt came AJ Green, followed by Deebo Samuel, Marquise Brown, and Hunter Henry comes off the board. Let's look to see what we got here for the wide receiver. Jarvis, Tyler Boyd, Devontae Parker, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup. Got some goodies there for sure. Yeah, Jacob, you did get the real. Yeah, you did. That's for sure. I think that AJ Brown is going to be super good this year. I traded for him in Dynasty. That's how much I believe in him. I traded the number 1 overall. I traded CEH, the rights to CEH, for AJ Brown. how much I believed in him. All right. Raheem Mostert does find. Okay, I need to catch up here. I apologize. Sorry, I'm like trying to communicate with followers and like read the read the stuff over there. I normally have Travis over here to help me out, but fortunately not tonight because he's not feeling well. But so after Hunter Henry came Austin Hooper, followed by Devontae Parker, which we were just talking about. Cam Akers, another rookie. I do like that. If you haven't checked out our Cam Akers video, we posted a really cool Cam Akers video about a week ago. Go check that out. It's really, really good. Russell Wilson follows Cam Akers, followed by Raheem Mostert. Finally comes off the board. Evan Ingram. I think Evan Ingram is a little bit of a sleeper tight end that a lot of people aren't talking about, but coming back, he should be really good paired with Danny Dimes. Michael Pittman Jr. comes off the board in the 7th round. That's an interesting pick. I don't know if I would go that high on Michael Pittman, but it certainly is interesting for sure. DeAndre Swift comes off the board like that. So back-to-back rookie picks here by Jay Blee. Doing easy work up there. He's just, I don't even like going by Jay Blee because he knows how to find value. Deshaun Watson after him, J.K. Dobbins. So you see a real big run at the running back or rookie running back position here. Josh Allen to T-Bone. And now Tank Force is up. He takes Tyler Boyd, followed by Marlon Mack. And now Michael is up. What is he going to do? I'm not going to lie, Jay Blee. You stole my... I was really hoping DeAndre Swift was going to fall to me here in this 7th round. That's what I was really hoping. But snatched it from me. Like you were doing last week. Should have known. All right, I'm up. Kerryon Johnson, who I just talking about, not a bad pick there. I think he still has value this year. What do I want to do? I want to just... All right. I'm going to go with... Grab me some Jarvis Landry, who was recently... there was a big talk recently about Jarvis Landry, because Jarvis Landry, his teammate, actually was Nick Chubb, who I also have on my team. He said that he would rather take Jarvis Landry on his fantasy team than to take OBJ. Now, that's pretty wild. Now, maybe it's because that Nick Chubb plays in a PPR league. That's what the real answer probably is. So you can't blame him, because OBJ just gets peppered with targets. All right, after Jarvis Landry went Damian Williams, Brandon Cooks at the end of the 7th, and Will Fuller to start the 8th. I really do like that pick. I think that Will Fuller every single year goes in the same range. And listen, every single year he does get injured. But when he's on the field, he is a wide receiver 1. And if you get him on a year, and you're paying 8th round, that's not a lot of draft capital. So I have no problem taking Will Fuller in the 8th round, because the upside is a top 5 wide receiver. It might be shocking. I might be going crazy. People might be, saying Johnny's going nuts over there with Big Travie not on the show. I'm not holding it back. I think it's a real possibility. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this double dip. Probably should have went running back there, but I have an idea. I have an idea for the next round. So hang with me, because my draft is not complete yet, and I have a plan. Now, that plan could be quickly foiled by Jay Blee, probably, because he likes to foil a lot of plans, but we will see. We will see. All right. We had Michael Gallup off the board right after I took Christian Kirk, then Rob Gronkowski, followed by Darius Geis, then John Brown, followed by Emmanuel Sanders, who newly acquired to New Orleans. Really like that trade. That trade is going to very much benefit Drew Brees, and it's going to also help Michael Thomas and hopefully not get so many double teams. He's still going to get double teamed a lot, but it makes it makes Emmanuel Sanders a really good pick in my opinion, because he's going to get the targets, he's going to get the one-on-ones, he's going to get slot. So yeah, I don't mind it. Keyshawn Vaughn, guy who we dropped a video today on. I like the Keyshawn Vaughn. I think that he has a future in the league, but the more and more I do research, the more and more I'm wondering if he really is going to be the running back that we want him to be. I think that it's probably a lot closer than... Oh, did it freeze? I think it is a lot closer. I wonder why Jay Blee accidentally hit Lamar Miller. Hopefully it's not freezing up. I'm just concerned with Ronald Jones. I actually think that, I've heard a lot of people talk about how Ronald Jones is the better runner. He's the better athlete. I do like what Keyshawn Vaughn put on tape, but still, and we know that BA doesn't like to watch or like to play rookies right away. So that'll be interesting. Darius Slayton comes off after the Lamar Miller pick. I wonder if Jay Blee just got. And then Darius Slayton, Aaron Rodgers rounds out the 8th. That's a steal. 8th round for Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. I think he's going to play really, really well this year. Ronald Jones the second starts the 9th, so who we were just talking about, followed by Tevin Coleman. Jerry Jeudy. Jay Lee jumps. He gets Jerry Jeudy, I think, could have an impact right away. And now Sports Nerd is up. Again, we are going to be doing another mock draft right after this. Right after this mock draft, we'll be jumping into another mock draft. That one is going to be a 12 team, but that one's standard. Just a standard, good old 19, that's like our Totem League. Our Totem League is just like a standard league. So it's a good old fashioned, but it's fun. It's fun. Makes running backs a lot more valuable. I'll give you that hint right now. All right. After Jerry Jeudy came off the board, Mike Williams, followed by CeeDee Lamb. I love that. I think the value of CeeDee Lamb in the 9th is really, really nice, because it's going to probably take him a little bit just to get off of the season. But, you're paying 9th round draft capital, not too bad for a guy who has tremendous upside for sure, especially if anything happens to Amari Cooper or Michael Gallup. Certainly things would get interesting. Marvin Jones, Deontay Johnson, really like Deontay Johnson pick there on the 9th. Matt Ryan, James White, and now I am up on the clock here, and I'm going to look in the running back direction here and see what I can get. All right, so this is what I was hoping would happen. I'm going to lock up this running back backfield in Chicago, and I have the running back backfield in Cleveland. So I only start 2 running backs. This is a strategy that sometimes needs to be implemented. Now, it's not necessarily giving you the highest ceiling. However, with the running backs that I have, I feel confident in those systems. So as long as you feel confident in the systems, grabbing the 2 running backs isn't necessarily a terrible thing. And with the strategy that I went with, I kind of played out that way. So again, Devontae Adams first, Nick Chubb in the second, David Montgomery in the third, DJ Moore in the fourth, Kyler Murray in the fifth, Kareem Hunt in the sixth, Jarvis in the seventh, Christian Kirk in the eighth, Tyreek Cohen in the ninth. Look at that. There was a big run at the running back position here. Matt Breida, Sony Michel, Phillip Lindsay, Jordan Howard all come off the board. And look at that. You had Baby Pluto do that exact same thing. Grab both Matt Breida and Jordan Howard to lock up that backfield in Miami. Not a bad idea. Listen, they're going to be a lot better at running the ball than they were last year. And if you're paying 9th and 10th round draft capital for an entire backfield, that is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing to grab. So I'm going to swing a little bit for upside here now that, listen, I'm not a believer in Darrell Henderson. I think Cam Akers is going to take over that backfield. But Alexander Mattison is a guy who I would be willing to stash here, and I need a little bit of a running back flyer. I've already got my quarterback. I got my wide receivers. So why not? Because if anything happens to Dalvin, he's a top 10 running back. And I'm getting him in the 10th round. So I'm really liking that value there. After I took Alexander Mattison, we have Drew Brees, followed by Carson Wentz, Tony Pollard, Justin Jefferson. Interesting prospect. We put out a video on him. Really like what he's stepping into. He's looking like he's going to get, the Diggs role there, get the Diggs targets. Now, I was concerned with volume, and it is a concern to me, to be honest with you. Huge concern. But when you think about it, who's to say that the game scripts that they had last year were going to be the game scripts we had this year? Their defense was really good last year. The Vikings defense was really good last year. It's not guaranteed it's going to be the same kind of defense this year. So they could be in more shootouts, more opportunities, more targets, so on and so forth. Justin Jefferson in the 10th. I do think, actually, out of all the rookies, he has one of the highest potential to actually make an impact this year for you and your roster. Him and another guy I'm not going to mention because I don't want someone to take him, so I'm not going to do that. Henry Ruggs III, another intriguing rookie prospect. He's a long, deep, over the middle kind of guy. Should take the top off of defenses. We do know Derek Carr likes to throw the ball deep. He's one of the most accurate at the deep ball, so not bad. Sterling Shepard, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins, Darrell Henderson to end the 10th round. Starting of the 11th, we had Cam Newton taken by the computer. All right, computer, take Cam Newton. I'm surprised we might get some people in the chat here saying, oh, Cam Newton in the 11th, he's not on a team. Unrealistic. And the truth is, yeah, that is unrealistic. But you would be surprised at sometimes how crazy your drafts get. Think about it. Think about your draft. After you make some pick, you're like, this guy went here, he went where, So might as well practice it. Might as well. Oh man. This has been a really, really good time. Let me know in the comments what team are you guys liking? What team is your favorite so far at mock drafting? I must say, there's some good ones here. Some good mock drafters. If you want to join in on the mock draft, you didn't get in on this one. It's all right. We got another one coming up next. Just make sure you follow us at TF Whispers. Sorry, if I can speak. At TF Whispers. I will tweet out the link here shortly. So we will jump into that one after we're done with this mock draft. That one will be a 12-team standard mock draft. Throwing it back to our good old Toltem League. All right, we had, after Cam Newton to start this round, we had Latavius Murray, DJ Dallas. I like DJ Dallas. That DJ Dallas guy looks good, and he's coachable. And Pete Carroll likes to give anybody who does a good job and is efficient, likes to give them touches. So look out for DJ Dallas. I like that as a late round flyer. Noah Fant, San Francisco 49ers defense. Is that the first defense? I think that's the first defense. That is the first defense that comes off the board. Preston Williams, really like that place. Jalen Reagor, Tank Force, great pick. That's the other rookie I was talking about, who I think can make an immediate impact this year. Preston Williams is a nice pick, a late round flyer that I really like. I am concerned that he won't be ready for the start of the season. But if he is ready, I certainly do like that. I do like the value he presents. People forget how he was breaking out before Devontae Parker. And the reason that Devontae Parker was truly able to fully break out was because Williams went down. All right, what am I going to do here? Should I go ahead and do you like some of these? Michael does have a good team. I am liking his team. I'll flash it up here on the screen here in a second for the listeners or the viewers. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to continue this by getting these. Well, like I said earlier, we'll get Zach Moss. 11th round, we know that he'll get touchdowns. If I need him as a flex, I can throw him in. Not a bad pick up there. The 10th, if I don't mind getting him in the 10th. I'm not expecting him to be crazy good this year. I'm not a huge fan of Zach Moss, but if I'm wrong, which I tend to be from time to time, then I got Zach Moss in the 11th round. All right, where are we at now? We got Baby Pluto 69 on the clock. We're talking about Michael's team was doing a good job here. DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones. Drop this here. Julio Jones, Chris Carson, T.Y. Hilton, Jonathan Taylor. I'm actually seeing, it's interesting, as Chris Carson was actually really, really falling in mock drafts. This is why we love doing mock drafts, by the way, this early, because you see the ADP rise and fall of certain players, and you can kind of get a sense of what everyone's feeling on certain players. And, make my pick here, and then I'll jump back into what I was saying. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take my tight end. I could wait because it's not going to go until much later. But, guys, I'm telling you, you're sleeping. You're sleeping on Hayden Hurst right now. Tell me why Hayden Hurst isn't getting more love. I mean, he's replacing Austin Hooper, which was a top 5 tight end last year. Tell me why he can't come in and be just as good, or even if he's a little bit, let's say he's not top 5, he can't be any worse than top 8, can he? So that's a guy that you can I could have waited. I could have waited another round or two. A lot of you see, pretty much everyone except for, no, he has him. Should have read the room first before I made that pick. But, well, yeah, you see a little bit of a tight end run here. So I pulled the trigger right. See, sometimes it just works out. Sometimes you just make the trend. All right. After my Zach Moss pick came Anthony Miller. Chase Edmonds comes off the board at the end of the 11th. N'Keal Harry, 12th round. I like N'Keal Harry. That's great value right there. Jared Goff. Then I took Hayden Hurst, followed by Tyler Higbee. Buffalo Bills come off the board as a second defense. I like that defense a lot. Antonio Gibson, the hybrid new rookie that Washington just picked up. Mike Gesicki, tight end for Miami. Denzel Mims. He comes off the board in the 12th. I like the targets that he could potentially step into right away. Definitely a guy that I expect to have a good career. I liked what he did at Baylor. Boston Scott here in the 12th. I really like the Boston Scott pick. Listen, this guy is like a little muscle hamster, and we know how they like to use that Sproles type of role, and that's Boston Scott. So in the 12th round, good pick there. Tom Brady, the GOAT, comes off the board in the 12th. Baker Mayfield at the end of the 12th. Absolute steal. Absolute steal. If you wait on quarterback, this is why I took Kyler Murray. Listen, I understand. I took Kyler Murray. But if I'm waiting on quarterback, I am 100% getting Baker Mayfield. I'll probably have Baker Mayfield on a lot of my fantasy teams this year because I think we were just too early on him. I think there's too much going on. He got distracted. There was a lot going on. I think they will get it right this year, and I think that he's going to have a nice bounce back. Speaking of which, like, pick this bad boy up. Got that. Baker Mayfield rookie card. So I'm excited. Here we go. Chiefs could be great. Oh, I think he meant CD. I think he meant CD Lamb. Yeah, CD Lamb could be great for sure. Stole Swift and Akers from me. Oh, that's where Jay Lee wanted to go. Ah. Got it. All right. So after Baker Mayfield went Jimmy Graham, Alshon Jeffrey, then Baltimore Ravens, TJ Hawkinson, Daniel Jones, Anthony McFarland. I like the Anthony McFarland pick. I was hoping he would have fallen to me here at the end of this draft. Where do I want to go? I think I'm going to go with A.J. Dillon here. A.J. Dillon is possibly going to take over the role. I don't think he's going to do it this year. I still think Aaron Jones is the guy you want there. But A.J. Dillon could come in and literally be like the Zach Moss, take over that touchdown. A.J. Dillon is big. He's a big boy. So, Robbie Anderson right after my A.J. Dillon pick. And we are at the end of the 13th round here. This is where you get the league winners. Where we get the league winners. Let me know what guys you guys are targeting at the ends of rounds. Which ones are piquing your interest this early? Here's one. I'm not going to take him because I already have Devontae Adams, but Allen Lazard is certainly a guy that I am intrigued by. And if I don't get Devontae Adams, here's another PPR stud, Nyheim Hines. People are kidding. Exactly what he does. What does Phillip Rivers love to do? Check down King. No. All right. Right after I took him, Drew Lock, guy that's talk about a sleeper. Talk about a sleeper way down in drafts, but is coming along. A lot of people are starting to talk about, and that is Drew Lock. Got a lot of weapons there. I mean, they had a fantasy football draft pretty much there in Denver, so he's got to do it. He's got to make that happen this year. If he doesn't make that happen this year, then he could be out. But I think that he has the talent and the arm strength and everything to do it. So I like Drew Lock as a deep sleeper. He's another guy that I'll probably have on if I miss out on Baker Mayfield. Somebody takes Baker Mayfield at the end of a draft if I wait on a quarterback. Yeah, Justin Tucker. Then we're getting some defenses here. Pittsburgh Steelers, Philadelphia Eagles, Greg the Leg Zuerlein. Now with Dallas, I like him as a kicker. If you have kickers in your league, Greg the Leg in Dallas, that's money in the bank. Alan Lazard, like I was just talking about, Sports Nerd took him. OJ Howard by Jabley, Harrison Butker, Los Angeles Chargers, Will Lutz, Greg Olsen, Kirk Cousins. Like that pick. 15th round. That's how deep this is. That's why we always say, wait on quarterback. Unless you get one of those super elites, which I'm putting Kyler Murray in one of the super elite categories. Call me crazy. I understand. People are gonna at me all night. But I'm telling you, after the season is over, go back to last year, and we were saying this exact same thing about Lamar Jackson. Go watch our 24-hour mock draft marathon. We were taking Lamar left and right because he was just such a tremendous value. The rushing ability adds so much to a player, and then you're looking at what Kyler Murray just brought in, what the Arizona Cardinals brought in, and just it's gonna be a fun show for sure. Yeah, Easy Daddy said he would have taken Lazard, but he already had 6 wide receivers. Hey, I feel you. Generally do like to have a nice balance, so I completely understand where he's coming from. I am going to grab a wide receiver here shortly. Michael might grab him. I almost said it too early. I thought I was up. We're in the last few picks here. Takes James Washington, so he did not take my guy. I'm going to get Brandon Ayuk, rookie out of Arizona State. We are just about to wrap up here. No, I did not take any defense or kicker. I never do that if I'm drafting before the season starts. I will sometimes make an exception. Every once in a while, if I get tremendous value. The Greg the Leg Zuerlein, that's a great big. Or even Justin Tucker in the 14th. Can't really. But a lot of people take that same strategy. We wait and punt on the kicker. All right. I am going to tweet out the second link. I'm going to recap this team real quick. Let me know in the comments who you think had the best draft here. But my team ended up being Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb. Well, here, let me tweet out this link first, and then that's what I should do. I'm going to tweet out the link, and then I'll recap my team. We'll jump into this other mock draft. All right, so bear with me for just a second. All right, I'm tweeting out second mock draft. Misspelled second. Then everyone would have been like, I don't even want to mock draft this guy. He can't even spell second. All right, I'm going to share this to Twitter. And how do you share it? I have to end it first. Oh, I will be sharing this to Twitter. I will be sharing the video or the picture of this to Twitter, so you can let me know of that last draft. But we are stepping into the second mock draft of the night. It is a 12-team. Oh, look at Michael. Michael, you are just going right next to me. I know. Oh my goodness. So second draft of the night. I am going from the 104. This is a standard mock draft. Let's go. Yeah. And a bunch of people back in here. I'm going to also jump on here. Sleeper Team 1. There you go. We had some really good draft. We had some really good drafts on that last one. Oh, I guess I can go back real quick. While we're letting this fill, I will share it. I will share it. To our probably either Instagram or to Twitter. Probably to Twitter. I think it links Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. We got 12 spots. We have about 8 or 7 left. 7 left. So if you do want to join us, mock draft with us, just go over to our Twitter, and I posted the link in the Twitter. Our Twitter at TF Whispers. If you're having trouble finding that, just let me know, and I can get you there. Love to have you. We'd love to have anybody mock draft. We could fill up this lobby. That would be amazing. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left. The 101, the 102, the 109, the 111, and the 112. We'll wait just a couple more minutes. There we go. Now I have the 101, the 106, the 109, the 111, and the 112 left. So what'd you guys think of that first mock draft? Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down? Is that terrible? Probably. I apologize. You guys just have to listen to hear me talk. I want to have some conversation. Let me know in the comments. What are you thinking? All right, we'll give this 2 more minutes. No, 1 more minutes. 1 more minutes, and we will start this second mock draft. I do want to thank everyone who has joined tonight in this mock draft. I appreciate you. This has been a lot of fun. We will be doing this again next Monday night. So join us if you did not get in on both of these mock drafts, or you want to join in next Monday. Maybe next Monday was better for you. And I'm gonna go live on Instagram here and let people know real quick that we only have 4 spots left. What up, Whisper Nation? We've got 4 spots left in this mock draft that we are doing. The link is in our bio. It's on our Twitter page. Want to join in 12 team standard. Our first mock draft went great. We had a lot of fun. But it's time for a second one. It's time for Totem rules. The only league that matters. What up, Fantasy 4K? If you want to mock draft with us, I just tweeted out a link in our bio, or in our Twitter, to join this mock draft. We got a few more spots left. We're trying to fill it up. What up? What up, Tweezy? You could please give this video a giant thumbs up and like. If you like our content, please, and want daily content, please hit that subscribe and that bell. We'll get notified anytime we put out new content. What's up, Fantasy Counselor? We're just jumping on here. We're doing a mock draft on Sleeper right now. 12 team. If you want to join, I tweeted out. Yeah. Fantasy Count. Just go to our Twitter at TF Whispers. I tweeted out the link. So It is a 12-team standard league. We're throwing it back. We're doing a little bit of a retro. Happy Victoria Day from Canada. Well, thank you, Easy Daddy. We got a listener from Canada. Appreciate you tuning in. What time is it there? What's up, the fantasy coach? We are just doing a mock draft. We got a couple more spots left. We'll wait 2 more minutes if everyone is cool with that. If I'm cool with my current people, I gotta appease the people. We can get 1 more minute. I told them we'd start, so I will wait 1 more minute, and we are starting on the dot at 7:54. 10:52. Well, I appreciate you, Easy Daddy, for tuning in. All right, join us. All right, you guys ready? We are going to start for tonight's main event. All right, beginning draft. All right, it has started. Oh, man. Oh, Whedon. I really do apologize. If you sign up, if you click that link and sign up, I will make sure you get in on next week's sleeper, or next week's mock draft. I do apologize. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, Easy Day. He said he's a big fan of your 24-hour mock draft marathon and your collabs with Snap Fantasy Football podcast. Yeah, they're great. And the mock draft marathon is an absolute blast. We have a lot of different fantasy shows on, a lot of different communities. So it is a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to do that again once this whole quarantine craze and everything gets out of the way. I cannot wait, and it is still planned. We are still planning on having that. So, but I'm so glad here. Let me fix this screen. I do apologize. So I appreciate the feedback from Whisper Nation about the 24-hour mock draft marathon, because we had an absolute blast doing it for you guys and filming it. All right. Hopefully this is a little bit better for you if you're following along on YouTube. All right. So all right, let's get in. I haven't even talked about this draft. Okay, so Dalvin Cook came off the board first. A little bit crazy. Yet again, we start another draft here with a little bit of a crazy pick, but it's okay. Again, we want this. This is good. It's good practice. That's why we mock draft. Dalvin Cook comes off first, followed by Christian McCaffrey, then Saquon at 103. I took Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara at 105. Then Josh Jacobs at 106. 107 went DeAndre Hopkins. Then Derrick Henry at 108. Tyreek Hill at 109, excuse me. Devontae Adams at 110. Aaron Jones 111, and Michael Thomas to round out the first round. Very, very interesting change up from a regular or a PPR league to a standard. You see Michael Thomas often coming off the board. In our last video or last mock draft, he came out first, and then all of a sudden now he's fallen all the way to 12th. Very, very interesting. After Michael Thomas, the first pick in the second round, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Julio Jones, Leonard Fournette, and George Kittle at 205. Now we have Baby Pluto, who takes Mike Evans before Chris Godwin. Very, very interesting. I want to know. I want you, Baby Pluto, what's going on? What's up with that pick? Then we had Chris Godwin. Godwin over Mike over Godwin. You like to? Well, let's see if we can get them going here. See if we get the people going. Michael's up. I know he's trying to. Got a couple of guys that I like. I am going to go. To go AB Antonio Brown. Just kidding. I'm not going Antonio Brown. Kenny G is a very intriguing pick here, but I don't want him. I'm going to take now. There was a consideration here. There was another consideration that I will talk about here and just see. So I was thinking about going Lamar Jackson here, because once again I don't mind going Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes early, especially in a standard league. I have no problem because Lamar Jackson is like a running back and a quarterback in one, so you're getting tremendous value. But Kenyon Drake, I did not think would fall to me into the third with these guys, the people that I'm drafting with now. And so for that reason, I would rather have Kenyon Drake than Lamar Jackson because of the extra depth at the quarterback position. So that is my thought process there. Miles Sanders comes off after Lamar Jackson, then Patrick Mahomes at the end of the end of the second. Completely okay with that pick there. And Kenny G. So once again, we talked about the 3 elite strategy that Big Travie likes to implement on some of his drafts. Once again, the 101 spot, which is where you would commonly see that implemented, because it kind of makes the most sense there. We had Austin Eckler come off the board in the beginning of the third. I really, really like this. Pimpin' 80s, he said, are we doing grades after? We can certainly try that. If that's what we want, if that's what the people want, we will do grades. Austin Eckler, then Devin Singletary. And then I am back on the board here. And, I could look here at Travis Kelce. Grab a super elite tight end. But I am going to go Chris Carson here. I think that Chris Carson is going to really ball out this year. I think that he has an ability, or he's going to be in a contract year, so he's going to really want to get paid. And we already know that they love him there in Seattle. They like to give him the ball. Pete Carroll has all the faith in the world for him. All right, yeah, people are down for the grades. Everyone's saying grades, so let's do it. I'm down for grades after. If you guys are following along, if you guys could please give this video a thumbs up, a giant thumbs up, it would greatly appreciate it. It would really help our channel grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. So if you're following along right now on YouTube and would like to like this content and want to hit that thumbs up, that'd be awesome. I appreciate it. But yes, we will do draft grades, because that sounds fun. Because why not? We're in quarantine. We got nothing else to do. All right, after my Chris Carson pick, who, again, I think people are he's a little bit under the radar. I mean, DJ Dallas is an interesting pick there, or coming as a draft. But again, I think with Chris Carson being a contract year and the fact that Penny is should start the season once again on the injured list, or not fully healthy, it gives it immediately to Chris Carson. Following my Chris Carson, you had Melvin Gordon III, then Tyler Lockett, then Le'Veon Bell. Computer took Antonio Brown for us, so thank you. Way to be the sacrificial lamb. Adam Thielen, Mark Ingram II, A.J. Brown in the end of the third. Dang it, you FF Fortune. Took my guy. I was really thinking he was going to fall to me here in the fourth. Travis Kelce all the way at the end of the third. Then Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp, David Montgomery, Devonta Freeman. Look at that draft. That 9 spot is really the 9 spot really wants an F. Like the 9 spot really wants an F there. I know pimping ain't easy. I do. The AJ Brown pick is really nice there. I was really hoping he would follow me. T.Y. Hilton, James Conner. I think James Conner in the fourth, that's a good value there. Zach Ertz, Deshaun Watson in the fourth, and I am now back on the clock. And let's have some fun and get some wide receivers. So I am going to go ahead and grab I'm really fond of, and that's DJ Chark. Now Calvin Ridley, definitely a consideration. Do like Calvin Ridley there, so don't mind that pick. I just am really high on DJ Chark. I think DJ Chark can be the number, like he is the number 1 wide receiver in that offense, and Calvin Ridley isn't that option yet. Not that option. He will be soon. In Dynasty, I think that he's going to be an absolute monster. But DJ Chark, give me DJ Chark this year. Juju Smith, I was really hoping he would fall to me in the next round. That's okay. Got another guy in mind in the next round. Got a couple of guys, actually. And look at that. I started a wide receiver run. People got scared because I was talking about wide receivers. And then I was talking about who I wanted to get. This is what happens when you're live and you're mock drafting. But it's okay. I love all of you. And I appreciate all of you for joining me in this mock draft. All right. Calvin Ridley, Deebo Samuel to end the fourth. Then you had DK Metcalf off start of the fifth. Mark Andrews at 502. OBJ at 503. And 2 of my 3 wide receivers that I wanted came off the board. But that's okay. And let's see how we can. I'm going to go Allen Robinson here. And I'm going to cross my fingers that 2 players make it to me. 1 of 2 players. Need 1 of 2 players to make it to me. But I'm liking my strategy of going 3 running backs in the beginning there because the value at the wide receivers here are nice. DJ Chark and Allen Robinson. A receiver. Oh, let's see. I don't like Chark with Minshew. Listen. He was good with Minshew. And Minshew's going, let's remember, like Minshew was a rookie quarterback last year. Minshew's going to be coming into his second year. And Minshew, like that was why DJ Chark started popping off originally. Was because of Minshew. So, but I understand. I get it. It's 1 year of production, but I'm telling you right now that that DJ Chark is for real. DJ Chark is for real. Allen Robinson. After I took Allen Robinson, went Stephon Diggs, Kerryon Johnson, Robert Woods, Jarvis Landry, Marlon Mack at the 509, then DJ Moore, Jay Blee. Why? I might just say you can't join us in one of these mock drafts, man. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Jay Blee. You are definitely allowed in all of our mock drafts. But DJ Moore, I was really hoping I could swoop in the 609 spot. I was deciding between DJ Moore and Allen Robinson, and thought that DJ Moore might have a better chance of falling to me, but clearly I was wrong, so that's okay. After the DJ Moore pick came Russell Wilson, followed by Kareem Hunt, Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the 601. What a steal. What a steal. Hey, Tank Force is coming up. He's putting it down. All right, I'm looking at what you're doing over there, Tank Force. Look at that. Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen as his wide receivers, and his running backs are Joe Mixon, Kareem Hunt, and CEH. I don't mind it. I do not mind it. You have a pretty good squad there. After CH came off another couple of rookies, DeAndre Swift and Cam Akers. And then you had Tyler Boyd come off the board. Kyler Murray was taken, which I was possibly going to consider here if he had fallen to me. I would have taken him. We had Brandon Cooks at 606, then followed by Philip Lindsay. Yeah, Jay Blees saying he was hoping that it would take him to, or that CH would fall at 603. And Jonathan Taylor gets taken right before me, which I was really hoping he would have fallen to me because, ooh, that's okay. Look at this. Gem. David Johnson. Give me David Johnson in the 6th. Are you kidding me? He's going to be a beast. He's going to be so good next year. Listen, a lot of people aren't talking about it. Oh, what? I need to get off my stream. That's what I need. And not a lot of people are talking about it, but David Johnson is going to do the running scheme that he was originally in with Bruce Arians. So expect a bounce back year from David Johnson. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be top 5. I'm not saying he's going to be top 10, but I think he's going to be a running back too. And for me to get him in the 609 is an absolute steal. Oh, Pimpin' ain't easy. I apologize. Sorry. I need to learn to read. He said, I do like him with Minshew. Yes. Okay, awesome. Yeah, he was bad with Foles. Okay, good. Appreciate you. Sorry. Thank you for clearing that up. I really do appreciate that. And I'm sorry I misread that. Todd Gurley coming off the board right after David Johnson, which is another nice pick there. You have Michael Gallup, Darius Geis, Austin Hooper, Scary Terry, and Devontae Parker. I'm off the board. I was really hoping Scary Terry would have fallen to me here at the 704, but unfortunately he didn't. And so I am going to go. This one's a little bit tough. I'm going to go upside here. I'm going to grab Will Fuller because of the wide receiver position that I have. I think I have a little bit more stability, so I can swing for the fences, and I can grab Will Fuller, who, if he stays healthy, really has a chance to be a wide receiver 1. I was thinking about A.J. Green. I don't mind A.J. Green there, but I need to do more research because I don't know exactly what his situation is and all of that. And then with the rookie quarterback coming in, I understand that I do like Joe Burrow, and I think that Joe Burrow is going to be a good quarterback, but I do have my concerns. Let's see. All I want to know is who has QB Carr. No one has drafted Derek Carr yet. Aaron Rodgers comes off the board after A.J. Green, Darren Waller. You had the computer take. Excuse me. Then you had the computer take Lamar Miller. So helping us out, they've taken they've taken a few people for us. Antonio Brown, Lamar Miller. Lets the goodies fall to us. Let's see. Sony Michel, 709. You had Raheem Mostert at 710. I think Raheem Mostert at 710. Very good pick. Jay Blee. Cortland Sutton. Marquise Brown at the end of the 7th. Darius Slayton starting the 8th. Noah Fant. Mike Williams. Dak Prescott. Damian Williams. Ronald Jones II. And Christian Kirk. I wanted Christian Kirk to fall to me. Evan Ingram. All right, if I'm looking at my wide receivers here, Julian Edelman, not as good in a standard as he would be in a PPR. See what the Matt Breida. We have Tevin Coleman. I don't know if I even want to get in the. Do I want to get in the headache of the San Francisco 49ers and give up an 8th round pick for that? I don't. Let's see what we got at the tight end position. Hunter Henry. Okay. Kind of like the last tier here. I like to give you guys a little bit different content. So no. Okay. I typically wouldn't take Hunter Henry here. I wouldn't take a tight end at this value here in the 8th. I mean, unless there was like some tremendous value of a player, you know, like a Mark Andrews fell or there, whatever. I would, my first choice is going to be Hayden Hurst each and every single time. But Hunter Henry, I'll mix up the content. I'll give you guys my opinion. I do think Hunter Henry could be a decent tight end this year. I am concerned with the fact that Tyrod Taylor is there, and now Tyrod has a lot of weapons around him. Tyrod never had a lot of weapons around him in Buffalo, so that was why he was able to target, the tight end position a lot there. Whereas, I skipped into him. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I read what we were saying. Sorry, my bad. Steal for real. Yeah. So we had Pimenez. Sutton is a steal at the end of the 7th. Yeah, I would agree. That's a really good buy there as well. And yeah, because it auto picked AB, it really helped. Hey, listen, you're gonna have people in your league that are gonna make those decisions. They're gonna make bad ones. All right, Easy Daddy, don't take my guy. Don't take my pick. I've got one guy I wanted, and all right, good. When I saw the blue, it really made me nervous there for a second. I thought you were gonna take my guy. I thought you were gonna do it, Easy Daddy, but you didn't. You went easy on me, Daddy. I'm just kidding. Deontay Johnson. Take Deontay Johnson in the 9th. Baby Pluto commenting on in the chat room saying my team sucks. See what he's got here. What he's working with. Yeah, his team is, I can already tell. DeAndre, yeah, we knew that when Baby Pluto, we knew your team wasn't that good when you took Mike Evans over Chris Godwin. Which is crazy to think. Like just a year ago, we were not saying we would, especially Big Travis and I, we were not on that bus at all. All right. So after I took Deontay Johnson, Julian Edelman came off, then Matt Breida, Marvin Jones, Matt Ryan, Delaney Walker, J.K. Dobbins, all off the board. We had Carson Wentz. So J.K. Dobbins, Jerry Jeudy, a couple of rookies there. Then Carson Wentz at the end of the 9th. I like that value. CeeDee Lamb in the 10th. We talked about on the last show how much we really, really like that. I think his upside is there, and you're giving a 10th rounder for an upside of a wide receiver. Anything happens to Amari Cooper or anything happens to Michael Gallup, you're looking at a wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 minimum, I think, and the potential to take that wide receiver 1 role by next year. Within the next 3 to 5 years, CeeDee Lamb will be a top 3 wide receiver. Put it in your notes. Put it in your notes. Keyshawn Vaughn at the 10:02. Henry Ruggs III at the 10:03. Rashad Penny at 10:04. James White at 10:05. And we got Baby Pluto. Let's see if he can somehow rebuild this team. Austin's here with the FF. FF is fantasy football is tight. Yeah. Yeah, and so is mock drafting. Austin joined us last weekend or last Monday for a mock draft. He jumped on here with us, so we do appreciate that. Again, if you guys could jam that thumbs up and like button, would greatly appreciate it. Sorry, my wife is trying to call me in a second, even though I told her I was recording tonight, but it's okay. All right, let's catch you up on here. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. Trying to multitask, and I don't do that well. So, Cam Newton, computer. Oh, Baby Pluto. Is Baby Pluto trying to make the worst? I think he's trying to make it as the worst draft on here. Why did you take Cam Newton? And that's your only quarterback. Or was it an auto pick? Was it an auto pick? Might be. N'Keal Harry after that. Latavius Murray. I am up on the board. Let's see. I will easily. This is easy money here. I'm just gonna take my boy Baker Mayfield. Just talked about it on the last show. Take him all day in the 10th round. I could have probably gotten him in the 11th. That's okay. I will just shore up that position. I don't know if I can. I don't know these people. Now, if you do know the people you are drafting with, and you know what they tend to do, then you could take advantage of spots like that. If you know your league mates. So Mike Gesicki comes off the board right after Baker Mayfield. And we got Sports Nerd up next. And we got a few more rounds here before you wrap up this second mock draft of the night. Listen, we will be doing this every single Monday for the month of May and for now. And so if you want to join in next week, please make sure you're following us on Twitter at TF Whispers. We will tweet out the links once again. And hopefully next week we will have Big Travie here with us. He's always fun to have in the chat room while we're doing these. And it's fun getting the back and forth. And I appreciate everyone who's tuning in right now and who is watching. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys joining on. I love the fantasy football community. I love doing this with you guys. It really is fun, especially in times when I don't get to socialize with a lot of people and talk with a lot of people. And I love to talk, as you guys could tell. I've been talking for the last hour and 23 minutes. All right, so we have Mike Gesicki, then followed by Preston Williams. We talked about how much we liked him in the last draft. Curtis Samuel, followed by Mecole Hardman. Zach Moss coming off at 11:02. And now Easy Daddy is back up on the clock. Let's see what he is going to do after you took Mike Gesicki. Antonio Gibson. And once again, listen, Darrell Henderson, if you take Darrell Henderson here, or if you were to, I wouldn't blame you, right? Because he has an opportunity to be the number one running back there. I don't think he will be. I think it will be Cam Akers. But if you need a running back at this point and Darrell Henderson's there, I think it's a decent play. But based on what I have and the fact that I have David Johnson, Chris Carson, Kenyon Drake, and Ezekiel Elliott already on my squad, I can go a little bit more higher upside, and I will take Alexander Madison. I'll take Alexander Madison in a lot of leagues because if anything were to happen to Dalvin Cook, he would go down, or Alexander Madison would immediately become a low end RB1 minimum. So I definitely like that. Look at this giant running back run here in the 11th. You had Zach Moss, Antonio Gibson, Alexander Madison, Jordan Howard, followed by Darrell Henderson. Let's see. Baby Pluto is back on the clock. Let's see what he's going to do. He took Cam Newton, so maybe he might grab another quarterback that he. You're all in for a surprise 2020. Let's see what he's going to do here in the 11th to try to redeem that Cam Newton pick. He's taking his time. He might have logged. Oh, he did. This is auto picking. He logged off. Doesn't have the green. He must have saw his draft or like hated his draft that minute. How are you gonna do that? That's, and if you're not mocked, like, finish it out. You got to grind it out. Try to make it the best that you can. If you jump out now, you're gonna learn from it. At least learn. Alshon Jeffrey, Sammy Watkins, Robbie Anderson, Brandon Ayuk, Jalen Reagor, and now we're at the end of the 11th round. Tony Pollard comes off the board by Tank Force. Like that pick there. And now we have begun the 12th round. And I want to see. Let me know in the comments what has been your favorite pick so far. What is in your favorite pick? I want either because of the round they were selected, the value, or just a player that you think is going to be a tremendous value or a tremendous player this year and they're on said team. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. James Washington started the 12th, then Denzel Mims, followed by Drew Brees, Royce Freeman, O.J. Howard. If Royce Freeman gets traded, look out. That guy has talent. But now he's just buried in the depth chart. So I don't know what exactly he can do in that backfield. But certainly if he gets traded, look out. Yeah, Courtland Sutton in the 7th. That certainly I would say is one of the highlights for sure. I would probably if I'm going on from my team, probably going to be David Johnson in the 609. No, David Johnson's going right around there, I think. I don't think I have any like true mega steals. I'm just letting the draft fall to me. But certainly do like the Courtland Sutton pick there. All right, Kirk Cousins, David Njoku, and Michael now back on the clock. Michael is back on the clock. All right. He took Justin Jefferson. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and grab Chase Edmonds here in the 12th to back up my Kenyon Drake pick. I was looking to get Tony Pollard, and maybe hindsight 20. I thought maybe I could get Tony Pollard here, but I might have taken Tony Pollard instead of Alexander Madison. There, OBJ in the 5th. Easy Daddy said that's his favorite steal. That's a good one. Then we had, let's see, after Chase, we had San Francisco 49ers, very first defense on the board, or off the board, I should say. Tom Brady, Daniel Jones, New England Patriots defense, Hayden Hurst. So Sports Nerd was listening to what I was saying about Hayden Hurst, grabbed him super late. Love it. 13th round. What a great pick. That's a steal. Talking about something's going to rival Cortland Sutton in the 7th. Hayden Hurst in the 13th. I'm sticking to that story. I'm going to keep shouting it from the rooftops until people start listening to me. I'm just kidding. I Whisper Nation, I know you guys listen to me because you guys love winning. Oh, what do I want to do? And I'm running out of time. Let's go. I'm running out. Oh, it's gonna time out. I just timed out. Sweet, Jared Goff. That's what I get. That's what I get. I did the ultimate sin. I timed out on a mock draft. I apologize. I got too carried away. Then I started searching. I started panicking. That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah, Hayden Hurst is a sick pick. Totally agree. All right. After my mess up of the Jared Goff pick, we had Michael Pittman, and then we had Tyrell Williams come off the board. Still have. I want to know. I want to gauge what are people's intrigue, or what are they thinking with excitement? What is their excitement for Eric Ebron in Pittsburgh? I think that's another interesting case there, because. Oh, and I'll tell you another super deep sleeper if you're really wanting one. Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith is a nice another deep sleeper tight end. If you're waiting on tight end, so that's what if Hayden Hurst gets taken in my drafts, this is what I'm going to really do. If Hayden Hurst gets taken in my drafts, then I'm going to be taking Jonnu, because he was a solid tight end. Dallas Goedert, that's a good one too. We got I panic pick Gronk. Yeah, I don't blame you now. I had a couple panic picks. Or no, I had the Jared Goff, which was like an auto pick. Oh, Jacob was wondering if he was saying he was trying to get him at 13-10. That would have been a nice pick there. If you could have gotten him at 13-10, I would have been real impressed. Like, Jacob's trying to go for that. He wants that A. He wants that best draft grade. That's what he's going for. Gets Joe Burrow in the 14th. That's an interesting pick. All right. We got some kickers. Gostkowski, Justin Tucker, Los Angeles Rams defense come off the board. I should probably start looking to see who I want to get or who I want to pick coming up. Well, the guy that I actually wanted to take last round is still there, so I probably will take both of those. Considering, I got one. That's 6 running backs. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Allen Lazard, wide receiver. I really like Allen Lazard. I think he's a dark horse this year to be the wide receiver 2 for Aaron Rodgers, and they really love him. They really, really like him there. So really hoping that Allen Lazard can be a little bit of excitement there, because they did not draft a wide receiver, which it still blows my mind to this day that they did not draft a wide receiver in a draft that was just loaded with wide receiver talent, and they didn't get one. But that shows that they could really like Allen Lazard and what he's doing. Fortunate. We got, let's see. Pivot ain't easy. Fortune and Sports Nerd have the best teams, in my opinion. All right, so we'll look at Fortune. Let's see. Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb. I'm not sold on the Aaron Jones pick. Nick Chubb, I like. The AJ Brown, I do. Cooper Kupp, I like. Yep. Russell, Swift, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, I think that's a really, really solid team. Keyshawn Vaughn, Jalen Reed. That, yeah, I would say that Fortune, you did a very good job of mock drafting. And I'm back up, and I'm going to go ahead and take a running back here. I don't have any, like, I'm going to just go with the guy I want. Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller is actually who I was looking at when I auto-picked at the Jared Goff, so it's okay. And then we also had a nomination of Sports Nerd is what we're seeing on Christian McCaffrey here. Let me chat up with these guys really quick before. All right, sorry, I'm like texting all of them. Okay, so let's gonna do grades here. So I would definitely say FF Fortune he gets an A. I'd say he gets an A. The Aaron Jones one is a good pick, but I think that was considering he has an Aaron Rodgers little graphic there. I'm gonna say he's a Green Bay Packers fan. I would have probably taken Joe Mixon over Aaron Jones, but that's personal preference. Okay, I'll give it to him. All right. Looking at Sports Nerd, Christian McCaffrey, Miles Sanders, Austin Eckler, Calvin Ridley, Mark Andrews, Michael Gallup, Terry McLaurin. The Terry McLaurin pick is what really wrapped that up for him, for sure. Because I'm not sold on the Michael Gallup pick. I do like Michael Gallup, but with CeeDee Lamb there and Amari Cooper, I think the targets could get a little thinned out for Michael Gallup. But the Terry McLaurin pick really makes up. I think Terry McLaurin is someone that is being heavily undervalued in drafts, and I'm hoping his value stays right around there because I will swoop him up. He was who I was hoping would fall to me at 704. So love the Terry McLaurin pick. Josh Allen, solid quarterback, always really good for fantasy. Sterling Shepard, solid wide receiver. Preston Williams, solid. Zach Moss, Tom Brady, Hayden Hurst, the Chargers, and Boston Scott. Yeah. I would definitely, obviously, he's starting off with CMC, so I would give the Sports Nerd an A+. He did really well in this draft. All right, Easy Daddy, we'll talk about your draft real quick. Saquon, Lamar Jackson, Devin Singletary, Juju, OBJ, Todd Gurley, Devontae Parker, Rob Gronkowski, Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Gesicki, Antonio Gibson. Okay. Up until you had a pretty solid draft. I would say up until about the 10th round. Antonio Gibson, intriguing for sure. San Francisco 49ers, good defense. I mean, like, that's really, really solid. Rockwell Armstead is a decent dart throw, especially if so I would say you had a really good draft because you're pairing Lamar. Lamar makes up for a lot, especially in this type of league. So I would definitely say, all right, so I also really like my draft. So, but I will leave let me know what you think about my team, because I don't want to review my own team and give you guys my input. If you guys think I'm all terrible, but I do like my team. I think what came together. But let's see. Michael's team: Alvin Kamara, Amari Cooper, Melvin Gordon, Deshaun Watson, Stephon Diggs, Jordan Taylor, AJ Green, Evan Ingram, Julian Edelman, Latavius, Jordan Howard, Justin Jefferson, Michael Pittman. I would give this team a solid B. Michael, I appreciate you joining and mocking. Alvin Kamara, great pick here. I don't mind. Amari Cooper, I am a little bit lower. I've never been a true big fan of Amari Cooper, and then with what's going on there, I think Amari Cooper's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate the pick, but I probably would have went Kenny G over Amari Cooper at that point. Melvin Gordon, similar. He's going to a new team. They do like to run the ball, but you have Philip Lindsay there, so that running back isn't as strong. But as an RB2, I think it's good. And then after that, Deshaun Watson, obviously one of the best quarterbacks, but I would prefer Kyler Murray over Deshaun Watson. Again, that could be personal taste, so I'm not going to fault you if you go Deshaun Watson over Kyler, but I would rather, with Deshaun Watson losing, with his best weapon and Will Fuller being so in and out of the lineup. Listen, I hope he stays healthy, and I think if he does, then Deshaun Watson's fine. But I think with that built in, that's too much risk for me to take Watson ahead of Kyler. Stephon Diggs, new team. I'm concerned a little bit with that as a wide receiver, but I love Diggs. Diggs is good. Jonathan Taylor, good pick. AJ Green coming back, good value there in the 7th. Ingram as your tight end, that's solid. But I would give you a B just because of the start of your draft. Baby Pluto, I'm not going to review him. He fell off, and so I won't review his team. Jay Blee, this guy always drafts pretty well. So Devontae Adams, Julio Jones gets the monster pairing at the wide receiver, and then takes DJ Moore, of course, because he took my wide receiver. He knows how high I am on DJ Moore. So he took him there. His running backs, Mark Ingram, David Montgomery, Cam Akers, Raheem Mostert, J.K. Dobbins. He should be really solid in the running back position. If I have concern with Mark Ingram, it's further down the road, and he can kind of I think Cam Akers by that point, and Raheem Mostert pick in the 7th. I think that both of those picks are nice. Obviously Tyler Higbee is a big piece to this. So I would probably put Jay Blee's draft at a B plus, just because the quarterback position is, Drew Brees getting older. I do like Drew Brees, and I'm okay with where he got him. He'll be fine, but if you're comparing him to the other teams, I'd say B plus for Jay Blee. And then Tank Force, Michael Thomas, Joe Mixon, Travis Kelce. So starting with the 3 elites, Keenan Allen, Kareem Hunt, CEH. Really like that pick. Marquise Brown, Darius Slayton, Carson Wentz, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, and then he's got Andy. I like the Andy as the Mr. Irrelevant. Dallas Goedert, Damian Harris, James Washington. I would give this one a solid B as well. I have some concerns with Keenan Allen. Your RB2 is CEH in a standard league. That might be a little. I think that's fine. But your flex, Marquise Brown, Slayton, that's solid. You have a very solid team. I'd give you a very solid B. I could be argued into a B plus, but yeah. All right. So I am being reviewed as they are saying that they gave me a B plus. So I appreciate that. I had Zeke, Kenyon Drake, Chris Carson, DJ Chark, Allen Robinson, David Johnson, Will Fuller, Hunter Henry, Deontay Johnson, Baker Mayfield, Alexander Madison, Chase Edmonds, Jared Goff, Alan Lazard, and Anthony Miller. So I'll take that B plus ranking from Whisper Nation. Appreciate you. And then I'll read this last one before I sign off. It was Pimpin' Ain't Easy was saying his rankings were Fortune 1 was number 1, 2 was Sports Nerd, 3 was JW, and it was me. And then number 4 was Tank Force, number 5 was Easy Daddy, number 6 was Michael, number 7 was Jacob, number 8 was Baby Pluto. So I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this mock draft Monday, mock draft mania. I appreciate it. Here, let me go to, let me zoom back out to where you just last time. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys hanging with me and mock drafting. We're going to do this again next Monday. So if you did not get a join in this week, if you're watching this later on, you didn't get a join in on this mock draft, or if you are in this mock draft and want to do it again, we would love to have you. We will be posting that again next Monday. So make sure you're following us at TF Whispers in order to get those links. And until next time, guys, I'm Johnny Game Time Hicks. Appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you next week. I'm out. Peace.